It is October 29th. I saw my oncologist today. It was an abbreviated visit because I was supposed to see her last week, but I completely spaced on the appointment, so she had to squeeze me in today. But let's see. The first month on tamoxifin, I noticed some symptoms and I wasn't real thrilled about it, but it was tolerable, it was manageable. This month though, the second month, has not been so. I've been feeling progressively worse, especially the last 2 weeks. I've had a lot of symptoms. I even started having to keep a log because just so many things were coming up. The worst things that were really affecting me on a daily basis, I was starting to get vertigo with my hot flashes. And the hot flashes, of course, like I've said before, were really, really bad. I had no idea those could be so disruptive. I feel so bad for anybody who's actually going through menopause, and I can't believe I'm going to have to do this again later in life when I actually go through menopause. It kind of sucks. But yeah, I've been not sleeping well, which is a big problem. I tried taking lorazepam because they had prescribed it to me for, when I was on chemo. I tried taking that to try and help me sleep, but it either wouldn't work. I'd get all like jittery and feel anxious, or which is the opposite of what it's supposed to do, or I would have like gastrointestinal issues from it. So I just didn't take it. So I just have not been sleeping well at all. I've been getting pain again. Muscle pain, joint pain. I'm still always nauseous. My appetite is just not there. I eat because I have to, not because I want to. Nothing is very good anymore. I get a lot of headaches, and every day I'll have a headache. Sometimes it'll last a long period of time. Sometimes it won't. It's just there's a whole list of things that have, especially the last 2 weeks. It's been really bad. And let's see, when I went and talked to her today, I took it in my symptom log and told her, especially the last 2 weeks, it's been really bad. One of the things that I'm having a really hard time with is I've suddenly been having really bad depression. And part of that is because I am feeling so poorly. And it's depressing because the cancer is not in my body anymore. I mean, they took the tumor out. I'm done with chemo. I should be feeling better. I'm trying to work 2 jobs right now. I just started a new job last week, just a seasonal thing, trying to get back on my feet financially, and I'm having a real hard time with that because of all, these symptoms I'm still having, and it's depressing and upsetting because, I should be better. I feel like I should be better. Other people think I should be better. I want to get back into things. I want to do things again. My stamina is still ridiculously poor, and I get so fatigued so easily. I get winded easily. I get vertigo easily. It's just, my constitution is just not there. And I guess depression is a side effect of the tamoxifin. When I was talking to the nurse about it today, she said there have been women that will get it so badly that they will attempt suicide. So she had kind of grilled me for a while. I was like, have you had any, negative thoughts or thoughts of hurting yourself or things like that? The only real thoughts I've had lately, the last few weeks, is I keep thinking I wish I hadn't even bothered. I wish I hadn't signed up to fight it. I wish I'd just not even, it's ridiculous. I know it's ridiculous. I know it's irrational. But I find my mind wandering there. It would have been better if I had, given up. And that's just, like I said, I know it's ridiculous, but... So, of course, she was very concerned. I was telling her all the symptoms, so she's like, you need to see the doctor. And we need to make some changes to your medication because it's clearly, she said, based on your chart, all the symptoms you're having now, your blood tests, paneling, everything that's come back, all the, information we have in front of us. She said, my quality of life right now is worse than it was when I was on chemo. I was like, what? No, it's supposed to be better now. She's like, well, it's just, I'm having a bad reaction to medication again. So the oncologist, of course, came in and asked a bunch of questions, and she's decided I need to see a shrink, which of course I wasn't happy about either. I don't got time for that right now. And I feel like that's just, it's a waste of time. I don't know what they're going to tell me. I know I feel poorly. I know I'm depressed. I know I'm rational about it. I know what's going on. But she said, yeah, I guess she's really concerned about the mood changes and personality changes that she's noticing, or, that I'm noticing on this medication. So I'm going to go see some kind of psychologist for cancer survivors, I guess, which will be interesting. So I guess I'll have to put an update on that. She said part of the problem could be because they're doubling up on me. I take the tamoxifin every day, but also once a month I get a lupron injection. They essentially do the same thing, so I'm getting twice the dose. She said originally the reason she did that was because most of the time when they give young women, who are naturally premenopausal and still have their uterus, tamoxifin, their body does the exact opposite of what it's supposed to do on the medication. So they double you up with the tamoxifin and the lupron. She said a lot of women in their second month taking this medication, even when you're just taking the tamoxifin, the second month is usually really hard because that's when all your symptoms peak. She said your body's trying to adjust to this new hormone level. It starts messing with all the chemicals in your brain. You get really emotionally unstable. She said, and some of the symptoms I'm having are just, yes, I would probably have to say that I've been emotionally unstable. I've been mostly more easily angered than anything, but there's some days too where I'm just want to stay home and curl and ball and cry. And I feel like I can't even be honest about it too. That was another thing I told her I was really frustrated about, because I should be better. I should be stronger now. I should be able to do things, and I should be able to go fence for an hour and be fine, and I should be able to go to work and do 5 massages and be awesome, and I'm not, and it makes me angry. And I feel like I can't even be honest about it to anyone, because I'm supposed to be better. They all know I'm supposed to be better. I know I'm supposed to be better. Why don't I feel better? She said it's the medication. So she's told me to stop taking the tamoxifin. Thank God. So I'm gonna. They did give me the lupron shot. So she said I want you to kind of pay attention to how you feel for the next 3 weeks. She said don't take any of the tamoxifin. She gave me a prescription of clonazepam, which is kind of like the lorazepam. It's another kind of sedative drug. I told her I'm not real thrilled about taking more medication because nothing seems to really do a whole lot for me. The thing that helps a lot, the only thing that really helped through all of this to help me get through things was the naturopathic doctor. And that's not covered on my Medicaid, and I don't have the money for that. We're just trying to get by here. I'm just trying to get back on my feet. So I told her I'd try it, and if it at least helps me sleep at night, then that's worth it. But I don't know. So right now the plan is to just, take that at night and try to get some sleep. She said you're obviously sleep deprived. She said that could be part of a lot of your symptoms too. So that's an important thing, I guess. We've got to get that under control. So I have to, try to sleep at night. don't worry about taking the tamoxifin, and kind of keep another symptom log of how I feel now that I've just had the lupron. So, and I have to go see a psychologist. So, she was going to put me on antidepressants right away, but I have a medical history of having a negative effect with antidepressants, so she's like, yeah, let's just send you to the psychologist and see what she thinks. I think it's a psychiatrist. It's one of those, you know, the head doctor. The emotional doctor. It was interesting, though, because today I felt like, today was the first time I was honest with anybody about how I really feel. You know, people ask, how you doing? Hanging in there. And some days I'll be like, oh, I'm, not feeling real hot today. I'm just kind of nauseous. But that's all I really say, and that's all I'm really trying. It's like I'm trying to, was in denial about it even for myself. Like, I didn't even want to acknowledge it, because then it's really there. Then you really are having problems. And you really don't feel better. And that really makes me angry. Really makes me angry. Because I should be better, right? But of course she was like, hang in there. She said, once we get this figured out and get your hormone levels to a point where they're, I don't know, it's not normal, they're not going to be normalized, so I don't know where she's trying to, get them. So, I feel I can't even stay focused anymore. It's like, I feel like I'm on chemo again, without being as, without the wanting to throw up all the time. Like, I'm mildly nauseous, I don't have an appetite, I don't really want to eat, but I'm not, that's so hard to describe. I just feel broken. I don't want to be broken anymore. I want to be back to normal. But I guess I shouldn't, you can't rush these things, right? And this is another thing that's really frustrating me. I'm having a really hard time maintaining a decent attitude about it, trying to... When things were so bad, when I was on the adriamycin and cytoxin, I was still able to maintain a positive attitude. I was still able to, see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I felt like I was still me. I was sick, but I was still me. And right now, I don't feel like me. I don't know. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. But so yeah, I guess I will keep you posted. I don't know. I'm really hoping that being off the tamoxifin, I start feeling normalized again. I start feeling like me again. We'll see. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I really hope that's the case, and I really hope it goes quickly. So I will, I guess, do another update in probably about 3 weeks, and hopefully, yeah, we'll see. So, thank you again to everyone for all the support. It's meant a lot. A lot of people, a few people at least, the last week have noticed my frustration with my inability to perform or do things like I used to, and have been encouraging. And that really, especially this last week, has really, really made me feel better. Has really helped me through the week, so I appreciate that a lot. Yeah. Otherwise, I will keep you posted. More pending.